Hey there, fellow pop culture enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a topic that has some folks scratching their heads, the upcoming Marvel/Star Wars comic book crossover, titled Star Wars/Marvel, Hope Assembles. Now, this announcement has me thinking, and I want to share my thoughts and analysis with you all. First off, let's talk about the context. Crossovers, especially in comic books, are not always a sign of desperation. Marvel, for instance, had a successful run with Secret Wars back in the 80s, even when the company was doing well. But when we see two struggling franchises coming together, like Marvel and Star Wars right now, it raises some eyebrows. Personally, I think it's a bit of a desperate move, especially considering the commercial struggles both have faced in recent years. You see, Marvel, despite the recent Spider-Man success, has had more misses than hits since Avengers: Endgame. And Star Wars? Well, it's a mess. The franchise has been diluted with an overload of streaming series, and the box office numbers speak for themselves. The Mandalorian and Grogu might have been a turning point, but it's a far cry from the glory days of the original trilogy. Now, this crossover comic is an interesting beast. Kevin Smith, a known fan of both universes, is penning it, which gives me some hope. But, and this is a big but, superhero and Star Wars fatigue is a very real thing. I mean, how many times can we see these characters save the day before it gets stale? It's a delicate balance, and I'm not sure this crossover will hit the right notes. Michael Siglain, the creative director at Lucasfilm Publishing, describes it as a love letter to both franchises. And while I appreciate the sentiment, I can't help but feel like it's a love letter written out of necessity rather than genuine passion. It's like, hey, let's throw these two together and see what happens. But will it work? If this comic series takes off, which is a big if, we might see a movie adaptation. And here's where it gets tricky. An animated movie could work, but a live-action feature? I'm not so sure. We'd be looking at a mix of characters from the sequel trilogy and, potentially, Shawn Levy's Star Wars, Starfighter. It's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. Unless, of course, we bring in some fresh talent like Keke Palmer and SZA. Now, that's a crossover I'd pay to see. So, what do you think? Am I being too harsh on this potential crossover? Or do you share my skepticism? Let's discuss in the comments. Until next time, keep those critical thinking caps on, and remember, sometimes even the biggest franchises need a little hope to assemble.